Hi, welcome to Art Conspiracy. I'm Amy, and if you are anything like me, prior to the pandemic, you probably poo-pooed the idea of taking an online class, especially an art class, which is very hands-on. And I'm a teacher, art teacher for many, many years, and I always thought online classes were not very good, and I certainly wouldn't recommend it. But I have changed my tune and I started teaching online when we first locked down in March. And I have to tell you, these Zoom classes have been super positive for me as a teacher and for many, many of my students. And since we're not out of the woods yet, I would really like to encourage everyone to consider taking a Zoom art class. And here are the 5 main reasons why you should. Number 1, we need to do things that are positive right now, that make us feel good to be alive and to want to get out of bed every day and to function. Art is really fabulous in that way, and the thing that I love about art is it's never too late to start. And no matter how old you are or what state you're in, and you can come to art. And my favorite students are often students that did art when they were kids and put it aside. They had children of their own, and they had their jobs and their careers and their household things, and they always wanted to do art. But anyway, now's your chance. This is a great time to do it. And like I said, it's never too late to come to this party. So that's a big one right there. Okay, number 2, everyone has a front seat. Everyone is in the front row in a Zoom art class. Everyone has the same view to the demonstrations, the same access to the teacher, and the same ability to ask questions. And you can come in your pajamas, which is really great. So you really get to sort of peek into people's homes, and you're in your own home, in your own environment. So that's definitely a big advantage. So that's number 2. Number 3 is the heart of it, which is it's really actually a great way to give art information. And I'm going to show you a couple examples. You get to hear me speak, or your teacher will speak to you in a lecture, and then you're going to also get a drawing demo. So let me set that up. Give me a sec. So this is what it might look like. Whether you're drawing with ink or pencil, your teacher can give you really great tips on how to lay out your composition, how to hold your pencil. I'm doing a composition with flowers here. It's going to be a watercolor. And I show you how to create the structure, how to draw the plants. You can watch me step by step. Here, let's add a shadow, add a shine, get that plants in there. Maybe we see the plants inside the glass. Simple drawing, simple color, but I can take you through it step by step. And we can use marker if you want to, but I'll make sure that you can see that demo really well from whatever seat you're in. And we go slowly, slower than I'm going here. I just want you to get the idea. You can get a really good demo on these Zoom classes. You also might have access to the instructor's screen share. So I'll show you a little bit of that. For instance, here we have a flower arrangement that we might draw. And sometimes I might use a tool like this, which is my annotation tool. And I'll actually draw on the computer. It's a little bit cruder because I'm using my finger, but I can show you again on the computer how to translate this information quickly into a thumbnail sketch, or a rude, or not a rude, a crude sketch that you can lay out your composition. And we can learn a lot this way, which is really pretty helpful. So we have different tricks that we can use for instruction. And I just want to show you this too. I also include sort of some examples of artwork, which is really great. I talk about the history of the genre that we might be working with, or the material. And I talk about the actual watercolor itself, or the pigments, or the inks, or whatever it is we happen to be working with that day. So I show you examples. I show you different ways to draw. And also, we're going to demo the paint. Cue that up. So this gives you an idea of how a painting demo might look. Again, we're going to go slowly. We're going to talk about materials, making a little cheat sheet of your colors, how to mix neutral colors, high key colors. I'll make a wash and I'll take you through it step by step. And I'll invite you to paint along with me. We'll lay down a base color of green. In this case, I'm going to blot this out, make some texture. Look at that. Ooh, nice. And then I'm going to add a little darker tones over here while it's wet. It's a little technique called wet on wet. Look at that. Really nice. I'm going to walk you through this. Let's get a nice rich color. We're going to add some flowers. Take you step by step. Tell you, should you use a round brush or should you use a flat brush? All this will be discussed in great depth. And you'll be able to have, again, a front row seat to the demonstration. So number 4, and this is a big one, is you really do get to be part of a community. You get to be in the class, you get to know your fellow classmates, you get critiques, and you can look at each other's critiques, and I can do that via email. And people care if you show up and you make new friends. And hopefully when this is all said and done, we will meet these new friends in person. And you'll be like ready to go out sketching out in the world. But this is a great foundation for that. And it really is a great way to meet people and to feel connected, which I think is really important right now. So number five is structure is a really good thing. It's good to have the appointed hour when you're expected to show up in your chair with your art supplies and do your work and forget your troubles for a little while, learn something new, make new friends, see some great demos and have a great time. So I would love to encourage you, invite you to take a Zoom class right now, because I don't think you should wait until you can come into a live classroom, because we don't know when that's going to be, and there's no time like the present. So carpe diem, seize the day. So I hope to see you in one of my classes. Okay, bye from Art Conspiracy.